Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Morgan with Geeks Under Grace coming back at you with another QuickScope. Today we're going to go a little bit different route. We're going to do the management sim game, and we're going to play Railway Empire. And hey, we got to extend that railroad all the way to the west coast, right? Union Pacific. Let's get it done. Before we begin, a little bit of housekeeping. This game is on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Calypso was kind enough to provide us with a review copy and a copy for the purposes of this video, so we want to thank them for being so generous with that. And with that, let's get into the tutorial level. We'll kind of figure out what's going on as we play.
Giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry. How about you?
Alright, so we can go with the industrialist. X will start the game. I'm wondering if there's a way to change to a different class or something. It doesn't appear to be just yet. Maybe that's something we have to earn as we play through the game.
The rest are just gold diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
She ain't nothing but a gold digger. Oh no, I mean, I'm not saying she's a gold digger. Smythe, Roger Smythe. Let's go with Geeky. How about that? Geeky Smythe.
Time is
and
money.
we have to do it with the Union Pacific Railroad for the purposes of this mission. And there you can see, like it was back in the day. Now, one thing that concerns me about this photo,
in 1863,
there was a train with a full head of steam heading where they were building the road, the railroad.
Taking of the Transcontinental Railroad began.
All right, so we're going to be starting in Omaha. Omaha, famous for steaks and college baseball.
The workers of the Union Pacific Railroad began laying their tracks westward from Omaha through the wild heart of the North American continent.
We're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. We're going to get to California for that gold rush.
Away from all civilization, the country was vast, the weather ruthless, and the challenges tremendously energy-sapping. But there was a masterstroke of modern engineering to be accomplished. To tame the wilderness and to conquer it with steel.
See, look, there's that train rolling right up on the edge of the tracks. Like, it's totally going to derail and kill those guys.
But the time was right.
Create a giant mess. All right, here we go.
Greetings.
For the record, I'm playing this on the PlayStation 4.
Exactly, the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer. I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington.
Well, hello, Mr. Thomas Clark Duncan Durant. Yeah, Durant,
First,
that's what I meant.
Familiarize yourself with the basic controls.
All right, so we can look all around with the left joystick.
Now test the camera's zoom function.
Zooming in on a carrot field.
You can also rotate the camera. Give it a try. Very good.
Right
now
joystick rotates the camera here.
Your first task is to create a rail connection between Omaha and Norfolk to the northwest.
Okay, I see Norfolk up here.
Both cities will need a station for this. You already have a station in Omaha, but you still need to build one in Norfolk. To do this, switch to building construction mode.
Oh, well, check that out. If you zoom in on the city, you can see the carts traveling down the streets. That's pretty neat. Kind of, you get that 1800s small town feel. There's a stockyard. Meat industry, it says, but that's kind of a stockyard. You can see the steer being led into the house. And consequently, you can see there that one of the exports from Omaha is meat, steak, that sort of thing. Pretty cool that you can see the citizens kind of wandering down the streets, taking care of their day-to-day business in their horse-drawn carriages. Well, forget your horse-drawn carriages, because we are about to take this thing another route. City stations have to be built near the city center, okay? So R2, okay, it brings up a radial menu. We can use the left joystick to choose different options from that. We'll go ahead and pick a building construction, and we're going to want to build a train station. It looks like The city in Norfolk is going to be within the smallest train station, so we don't really need anything bigger. Let's go with that. It looks like L1 and R1 rotates the orientation. And so I don't want to build it in the middle of the town. Let's put it on the edge of town here.
Very good. Now the two stations need to be connected with tracks. To do this, switch to track construction mode.
Okay, there you go. You can see it's kind of highlighted and blipping. So let's
now
do
plan
track
the tracks
construction.
between the stations in Norfolk and Omaha. To do this, select the two station tracks one after the other. Then pay for your track planning.
What are they doing here in Norfolk? Looks like breweries and beer and that sort of thing are their specialty. All right, so we're going to set the beginning of the track here. We got to head back down to Omaha to connect them up. There we go. It automatically snapped to it. And pay for it with triangle.
Now create your first train so that you can set up a rail line between your stations.
All right, so R2, create a train with a new train.
Initially, your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
Triangle to buy a locomotive. A Philadelphia locomotive. Hit X to buy that bad boy. Okay, and looking at this, like, there's a lot of information here. You can see how old the engine is, or how old the locomotive is, the current value, how fast it goes, its power, all of that sort of stuff, what it's suited for. So the Philadelphia is suited to haul freight. Looks like we can add personnel and different kinds of rail cars, which is pretty cool. So, you know, if we wanted a train that just ran mail, there we go. A refrigerated car to transport meat, which would be kind of ideal for Omaha.
Each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at.
Press square.
Now join your two stations to the rail line by selecting them one after the other.
Okay, so we'll pick Omaha. I guess then we need to go pick Norfolk.
That's enough for your first rail line. Now confirm it so it becomes active.
Looks like O button to confirm, save and end, it says.
Very good. Now you can see the journey your train will take. If there is something to transport, the train will automatically
Let's see
take it.
if can we see him loading up the train car? Oh, it even says Omaha on the station. Let me zoom back out just a little bit there. You can see people standing in
However,
the
as
train
each locomotive
station
needs water,
with
sand,
Omaha.
and lubricant on its journey, you have to place a supply tower along the route.
A supply tower? Why do trains need sand? Okay, well, let's go ahead and build. Whoop. Down, down, down. There's a supply tower. Okay, and I guess we need to put it where that tower of light is.
Very good. Your train is now traveling between Omaha and Norfolk. But you can do even more. Each city needs goods from the surrounding area. For example, every city needs corn.
Corn's delicious.
Look, there is a corn farm near Omaha. Until now,
Oh,
the
there's
corn has made it
an
to
arrow at
city
the bottom
in
of the screen kind of
conventional
pointing
way,
me in that
but
direction.
we want to change that.
Okay,
Now
there we go.
construct a rural train station in the marked location with a corn farm within its radius.
Oh, okay. That's the Evans farm. So it's saying we need to create a small train station close to the cornfield.
Now connect the new rural train station to the station in Omaha.
All right, so we need to connect the rail line, connect the rural train station to the station in Omaha. So we need to build here up to Omaha. Where's that connector? There we go. You got to connect the lines. And then triangle to build.
And now things are getting tricky as we have to deal with a logistical problem. As Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn, there will soon be two trains traveling on the stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in a conflict.
A conflict? I think you call that a train wreck.
Since trains cannot travel through each other, you'll need a sidetrack between Omaha and Norfolk. This consists of one parallel track and 2 signals. First, create a sidetrack. It needs to be at least long enough for a fully loaded train.
A sidetrack, okay. Well, nothing is really highlighted here. I'm guessing we can do that with track construction. Okay, it says we can set a switch point. I guess, can we pull it over here? Okay, there we go. That would set it side by side. And then we need to... Okay, it kind of connects there. It's snapping to. You can see here where it'll snap. Boom, it snapped. So we need to run it all the way down to this other column of light. Set the track point there, and then I guess we can meld it back in here.
Excellent. However, your trains won't necessarily use the sidetrack, as they generally always take the shortest route. For this reason, you'll also have to specify the direction of travel on each parallel track.
Okay, so we need to...
Now open building construction mode and set up a signal in the highlighted area pointing in the direction of the switch. Trains will then be able to stop here when the single track is in use.
Okay, so we need to build a signal. Does it just latch onto the track here? Okay, there it is. R1 to change the direction, it says.
Now make sure that the track can only be traveled in one direction. For this purpose, set the signal so that trains coming from the opposite direction cannot pass.
There we go.
Excellent. Now do the same on the parallel track so that each parallel track has a different direction. Place a second signal in the highlighted area and block the track to trains coming from the opposite direction.
Alright, so we need to do that for the right track so that we don't end up with some collisions. Oh, look at that. The train there's hauling beer. Or we'll say sassafras.
Very good. I'm sure that it wasn't at all easy. You will soon come to realize that signals are an important aid in guaranteeing smooth rail operations. You will find more information and tips.
Let's see if Omaha gets their sassafras tea. The root beer. Woo woo!
Now assemble a new train and give it a locomotive and a rail line. Your new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk so that the people of Norfolk can be supplied with corn.
Okay, assemble a new train, give it a locomotive and a rail line. So basically all the stuff we've done already once. Alright, where's this guy at? So we will build a new train. And then we have to hit triangle to add a locomotive. We're going to buy another Philadelphia. There we go. And you can attach a dining car to these. Ooh. Okay. And then I guess it says we need to go via Omaha to Norfolk. Omaha and Norfolk. So we got to attach Omaha and Norfolk. Okay. Assemble a new train, give it a locomotive and a rail line. Your new rail line should run via... Okay, did I not do something here? Why is there a column of light coming down here? Do we need to connect the Evans farm to it as well? Okay, let's go here. Oh, I'm adding places now, and I didn't mean to do that. Options. List mode. Okay, we can delete stuff off. Good. So we got Norfolk and Virginia, and then we want to, or Norfolk and Virginia, good grief. We need to add the Evans Farm to it. Let's see if that works.
Excellent. The corn farm will automatically make use of your train because the cities along your rail line are demanding corn. Conventional transportation is much more
Oh, and if I'm
costly
looking
for
right,
the
it looks
farm.
like the train loading up in Norfolk there has a couple of steak.
We're still
it's
missing
carrying
something.
people. It's got people in there. It's a
Locomotives
dining
wear out
car.
over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably.
Woo-hoo!
For this purpose, there needs
There
to
they
be
go.
at
We didn't
least
get a
one
train wreck there.
maintenance
Oh, that's a
building on
tiny
each
little
rail line.
train. What a
Locomotives
pansy.
can be serviced if necessary.
Oh, he's loading up on something there. Oh, okay. Locomotives wear out.
Construct such a maintenance
So we
building
need to
at
build
your
a
station
maintenance
in
building.
Omaha now. To do this, select the station itself and expand the station with this building.
Oh, we got to expand the station. Okay. I selected it. Triangle to expand. Okay. And then construct it. Square. X.
Right. We've been lollygagging for long enough. I need to return to Washington for further miserable negotiations with our representatives of the people.
Oh, not a fan of
I've
politics,
written
eh?
a task list for you. Take a look at it and complete the tasks within the given time period. Do not disappoint me.
All right, so he's saying tutorial's over, and then if we hit R2, you can go look at the task list, and here is everything we would have to do to complete the mission. We got a specific amount of time. If you look up above, you can see it's May 13th, May 14th, 1863, and by 1864, we need to connect Omaha to Cheyenne and North Platte, that sort of stuff. So let's go ahead and try one more thing. We'll go ahead and find North Platte and connect Omaha to that. Let's see. So where is North Platte? Oh, it's way out here. Tell you what, let's okay, let's see if we can remember how to do this. So, building construction, we need a small train station there. Okay. Now we want to build track from North Platte. Now I don't want to go directly. Okay, there we go. Got it. I think we got it connected. Build city stations in the center to attract as many passengers as possible. Oh, I didn't realize where you built them in the town made a difference. Build the train station as close as possible to industries to reduce loading times. So where you build the station in the town actually does make a difference. All right, and so let's see if we can connect. We'll connect Norfolk over to North Platte. For some reason, it doesn't want me to connect those. Maybe there's too much track in the way? I don't know. Okay, that'd be $91,000 in track, $10,000 in earthworks. But we should have the money to do that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Production of beer has been reduced. What are the other ones? The demand for imported good cattle has been reduced because the maximum has been okay. The better a city is supplied with goods by rail, the faster it grows. Select the city dialogue and learn more about its requirements. So cities require stuff from the railroad to grow? Interesting. Passenger and mail details. Production details. Man, this is in depth. Alright, so let's try this again. We need to connect. We need to connect track there. I'm gonna clear the planning. Oh, okay, there's dairy farms and everything out here. There we go. Oh, nope. I accidentally set it just off the beaten path there. There we go.
Good. That's finished. You're making progress.
All right. And if I understand right, we needed to build one of these supply towers on the rail. All right, and there we go. Just like that, if we go look at our task list, now we have the connection from Omaha to North Platte complete. And as it stands, we are growing our rail business. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of the basics for Railway Empire from Calypso and Gaming Minds Studios. Thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure you check us out on social media, Facebook and Twitter at Geeks Under Grace. We are also streaming every night at twitch.tv/geeksundergrace. And of course, our reviews and written articles are over on geeksundergrace.com. Thank you all so much. God bless. Have a great day. Go forth and game.